Here's the video tutorial where I show you how to buy land in Second Life. In the last one I showed you how to sell it using the Torley Linden account I'm on, and he sold it to Belmont Tester, or he set it to sell because Belmont hasn't bought it yet. So let's quickly look here at the different options we have to find land. Again, just to recap, you can use search and the land sales tab. If you want, you can restrict land to the main land sales because estate often contains ads. If you search, it'll show you unbelievably low prices, but that is not the actual selling price. The reason why this can happen is because estates have a different set of rules. They're not governed by Linden Lab. It's a private agreement between you and as the tenant and the owner of that region. In this case, though, we can restrict it to mainland, and if you prefer to have these ratings, mature means that adult content is allowed, but not necessarily present. It doesn't mean everything has to be adult. It just means it allows for that possibility. And we can set these other parameters in here. So you'll recall from the last video tutorial, and I do hope you watch it, that there's a parcel for me waiting out there. And I'll flip over to my other screen. As you can see, it's right in Ballyhoo. This is Torley Linden's screen. He's selling the parcel to Belmont Tester. Now, how does Belmont know where to come and get this? There are several ways. These are all handy. One is that you go to World menu as the person selling it, and you create a landmark. Okay? You go to your inventory, and then right here, you see you got the landmark. Sell me for a video tutorial good. That's the test name of the parcel. I'm going to close that. And then, by searching in People tab, or in All will work as well, the new search. But I think Belmont Tester is a new account, so he may not come up. We can try that. We can try that anyway. Just takes a while to index. No, he's not there yet. But in the old school People tab, Belmont Tester. We're improving search, folks. Okay, so he's right here, yeah. And then I can send him the landmark by click and drag this onto his profile. It can be anywhere here. Anywhere here that it shows the cursor with the plus, and then just release. And then I send it to him. If I go back to Belmont Tester's screen, look here. He gets the landmark, and he can teleport right over to that parcel. Another way, of course, is you can communicate the SLurl, meaning you go to Map, copy SLurl to clipboard, and I do have an extensive tutorial on this, copy this, and then you can go to Instant Message Belmont Tester, and then right here, you can say to him, and paste that in, that was just edit menu and paste, by the way, and then just send. Let me just move this over here and resize this for your benefit. Send or enter key. Okay, you hear that, and then he says on his screen, just move this out of the way, we've got Windows. I am received, click that, and you can click this to teleport. Okay, so I click that, again it pops up, the place information, and I can go ahead there and teleport. But now that we explore those ways, let's go ahead and teleport so we can get onto the action and buy the piece of land. Right. So I've teleported over here, and I'm standing right next to Torley Linden, who's been waiting for me. That's a common sight, by the way. Someone sets the settings, and they tell you to come on over, come on, I'll TP you, and you can buy it. This icon means it's for sale. Now, what I can do is I can click this to buy this parcel, indeed, and it'll tell me, okay. So remember, it's 512 square meters. That's within my available gas tank or holdings, land use fees. Okay, yeah, it keeps this, right? This bit clipped off, that needs to be fixed. And it tells you the price for it, make sure everything is fair, and it tells you, yeah, it's on the mainland. Remember to make that distinction. If something is on the estate, then you have to answer to the estate owner. It's in their hands, not Linden Labs. And if it's on the mainland, then yes, it is Linden, Governor Linden. So, yeah, it tells you the rules, what you can do. Okay, so you can resell it. Yeah, that's standard on the mainland. You can always resell the land. You can always subdivide or join it. Some places don't allow that. Those places being private estates. And when you're happy with all the details, and remember on a private estate there'll be a covenant of rules, basically rules what you need to do to live here, like no loud music, no barking dogs. Just kidding. Usually things like no eyesores and don't harass other tenants, you know. Just good common sense stuff most of the time. But once you're happy with all this, purchase. Click that, and it says, are you sure? Okay. Yeah. So if it was a bigger parcel, it would tell me that I would need to upgrade my land use fees. So I'm going to go ahead and purchase this. And then, cha-ching, yep. So it tells me this, cool. And now I own this object too. Because remember, this was transferred over with. And now it shows me as the owner. If you check it out, that's useful if someone's built a house, like I said, and they want you to come and move in. They have the whole package, not just the land. If they don't transfer the objects, then the objects will still be in their name, and they're not as useful. And you may want to go to objects and return them. But in this case, if I refresh the list, everything here, meaning this hut, belongs to Belmont Tester. So that's basically how you buy a piece of land. And when we flip back to Torley Linden's screen, it tells me, yeah, Belmont Tester, the guy right here, just paid me for this parcel of land. And we go to About Land, we can see now it belongs to him. So I'm okay, and I'm going to fly off. And let me show you something quickly, actually. I'm just going to teleport to my main base in Grasmere. Let's see what happens here. May not result how I wanted it to, but if I go to Grasmere, if I'm going to sell this, let me see here. Let me try to sell this to Belmont Tester too. Okay. Well, actually, not that expensive. Specific user, Belmont. Oh. I typed in this wonky today. Okay, select. Okay, and no, keep ownership. Okay. So I'm just going to try another test, because remember, Belmont only has that capacity to own 512 meters of land. So if it tries to go over that, we'll find out what happens. Set land for sale. Okay. Now, let's get Belmont over here. Let's do what we did before, eh? We can send him a landmark, or hey, I'll just send him a teleport, actually. That's the other way you can do. So he's right there. He's online. We know that. And offer him a teleport. And yeah, join me. Okay. Let's flip over to Belmont's screen. And this is what he sees now that I've offered to teleport him. I being Torley Linden. I've got multiple selves, you see. Then teleport. So he's going over to this piece of land. Now, you'll notice this time, when he tries to buy this, it's for sale, that icon. What it will show is, yes, that's what I expected. Okay, so great! I'm so happy to show you this. Buying this land will not change your membership because you're already a premium account member. If you're a basic member and you try to buy land for the first time, it will ask you to upgrade. And actually, I should show you that too. All the permutations. Not everyone, but there's a lot of variety. But it does say it'll increase my monthly land use fees because I need to hold more land. The gas tank, you need to buy a bigger gas tank, right? And it tells you I'm going to pay this much. Okay. So this is the only reservation. These two are just peachy, but this one, it warns me, okay? Because it's going to bill me. And the moment you buy something that requires a bigger gas tank, more land holding, then it's going to bill you right like that. Just keep that in mind. It's great and it's fine if you know what you're doing, but if you're not sure, hesitate and think about it and read up on our knowledge base or watch my video tutorials more knowledge is good. So purchase. Yeah, and let's see what happens. Yeah. So it tells you exactly what's going to happen. It's going to increase my fees, and it's going to pay. I'm not sure if this is going to work because this is a test account, but let's go ahead and try that because this is a very real situation. I mean, this is very common in Second Life. Okay, let's see if this happens. Did it work? Oh my gosh, it worked. Okay, cool. So that worked. And here we go. Now Belmont Tester is the owner of Watermill Land. Oh, gee. Torley is now kind of confused on the other screen. He wants to get this land back, but that can wait for now because Torley's got more things to show you. I got more things to show you because I'm Torley. So cool.